Hello, and welcome to another update on Ethereum. The Ethereum chart is currently dealing with a potential three-wave move up on the larger time frame. Just want to start on the daily chart to get everybody get everybody on the same page, really, to give everybody the chance to understand what's going on here. We also want to take a look at the ETH BTC chart briefly in this video. But first, we'll start here on the daily time frame. And we have a three-wave move up here in an ABC structure. The subsequent pullback would be likely a wave B, and then a C wave rally could occur from there. So this is the idea, an ABC structure. That could, however, only complete the larger A wave before we get another B wave and another C wave. So ABC and circle wave A. That's the idea at the moment. I have to say, though, this microstructure might shift. It might change. We might not see this kind of layer of waves. Maybe if we continue to push a bit higher more directly, then we might just get a pullback and we continue higher, and that's it, right? We don't necessarily need an A, B, C, and A, and then a B and a C. So it could just take the direct path. The rally to all-time highs is still the preference. It's still, that hasn't changed, even though the correction was very, very deep. And it's still not a high-quality chart either. But I still keep the door open for higher because all corrections, even though they've been deep, but all corrections have been in three-wave movements so far. But if I compare this chart to the Bitcoin chart, then the Bitcoin chart is still, in my view, the higher quality chart, and also is the one that has performed better in this entire cycle. It just has performed better. The idea is currently that we are potentially in the late stages of this A wave, in this rally from the April low, and a pullback would be healthy at some point. But it might be a shallow one. I mean, we might just do something similar as, like what we did here in September 23. Rally, pullback, rally. Rally, pullback, rally. That's it. And then down. So just be aware of it. We're tracking, obviously, the smaller time frames as well to get a really good understanding of what the relevant micro support levels are, where could be the levels that, the levels that need to hold to keep the direct trend alive. So while I am highlighting here, let's say that a B wave pullback is due, I can't confirm it yet. And so far, all support levels are holding. And therefore, we don't want to confirm a top yet. And even if we get a top, the next pullback would be likely a corrective one to form a higher low. And now, before we go to the smaller time frame, let's also take a look at the ETH BTC chart. And here you can see, basically based on the data, what I said, that in this entire cycle, Bitcoin has been the higher quality chart because ETH has been outperformed by Bitcoin since the 2021 high. So far, in a three-wave move down, that might turn into five waves. 1, 2, 3. We might be in a fourth wave and could get one more low in a fifth wave. That would be a so-called A, B, C structure. And the C wave, as I said, would be five waves. So let's remove that. If we zoom in a little bit, I'm not saying we have to get that additional low, but until we get a break above resistance, and ideally a break above resistance in five waves. Thanks so much for watching the videos on this YouTube channel. If you've been thinking about joining MCO as a member, now might be a great time. You can use the link in the video description and apply the discount code right below it. You will get 50% off your first month of our Gold membership, and you can explore everything we offer. It's the easiest way to test the membership, see if it's a good fit for you, and get a feel for the community, join the conversation, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in our member area. The situation isn't really super exciting here. If we go to the 4-hour chart, you see that in more detail. You see the resistance area between 0.0258 and 0.039. So still dealing here with only three waves up. might get a fourth wave pullback and then a fifth wave to the upside in wave A. But also here, these charts like to move in three-wave patterns. So we might not get all 5 waves up. Important is to keep some kind of upside momentum alive, that the ETH BTC chart holds above 0.019. I mean, don't get me wrong, I only see this at the moment as a corrective rally. So it could very well be ABC in wave A, ABC in wave B, and then 5 waves in wave C, if things go well. I'd be somewhat impressed if we break above 0.039. Wouldn't be unexpected after such a long downtrend, but there's no setup supporting that at the moment. So these are kind of the signals I need to see, a break above 0.039 to really consider something more bullish. And that maybe Ethereum will start to outperform Bitcoin more long term, or medium term at least. Because this is more just like a short term bounce at the moment. One more high would be ideal for a 5-wave move. That would be a good start. That would be a good start. But we don't have 5 waves up yet. We only have 3. So that's what I'm tracking on the ETH BTC chart. We're currently holding micro support below 0.022. Assumption is that a larger pullback is starting. Yeah. So until then, we could get one more high. But it's more like, let's see if we get it, and then the next pullback could be an opportunity. Okay, let's also take a look at the shorter time frame for Ethereum. That's the short-term chart. Here we can see that the market is still holding above all key levels. Okay, we're currently just moving sideways. So that keeps the door open for higher prices and also leaves the door open for lots of different interpretations. But I try to keep it manageable and as simple as possible. The idea is this is still only, I mean, what did I tell you in the last few days? I highlighted that the structure isn't really great. We only have 3 waves up from the Sunday low, it was, yeah. So not really clearly bullish. And honestly, what do we see? Well, nothing clearly bullish, right? So I think the overall, let's say, call for caution was adequate. Now, I also gave you at the same time, though, this micro support area between 2,374 and 2,481. This is micro support, and against that zone, the focus could be on higher prices. Yeah, it's just that if we compare that to Bitcoin, Bitcoin has 5 waves up. I just posted in our membership area, there's another micro 5-wave move up on the Bitcoin chart. Ethereum just doesn't show it. That doesn't mean it has to go down. It just means, yeah, it might still go up. It's just not as clearly bullish. And exactly that, I've been highlighting that because only 3 waves up just doesn't give us that clarity that we're bullish here, right? And then I'm always cautious. And, well, I mean, if you look at the chart, it's not done much, okay? So, yeah, I mean, we're watching it, and at some point it should break out. I mean, I just showed you on the ETH BTC chart that we could start the 5th wave from here on the ETH BTC chart. So if it does it, it'll outperform Bitcoin. This could be an opportunity. It just needs to get started. The problem is, when it starts, it's already gone. So, yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel very attractive, this 1-2 setup, but it is a clearly defined one. We have support very well defined, and the invalidation point here is $2,319 for this local 1-2 setup. Any break below that opens the door to lower prices in the white C wave, but our pullback is so far in 3 waves. We're holding support. There is no bearish confirmation here yet. That's the update on Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.